Because we can't reinvent traffic, we reinvented how the driver navigates around it. Explore this and other reinventions at lexus.com/allnewrx.
And I just kicked him like that.
At least I can beat her at something.
Hello and welcome to CNN's News of the Absurd. I'm Jarrett Bellini, and yes, the madness is here. The NCAA tournament, and once again, my college, American University, is in the dance. Paul, is your college in the tournament? Oh, it's not. So this week, in honor of the start of the tourney, we're going to look at some of the reasons why we all love the road to the Final Four. Of course, the biggest reason is pretend gambling, the office pool, which is completely different than this pool.
He jumped up and tried to run again, and I grabbed his leg, and that's when he went in the pool.
Robert Hartley returned to his Leesville, Kentucky home to find a broken window and a burglar trying to run off with some of his possessions.
And he was halfway across the fence, and I jumped on him, just lunged on him, and wrapped my arms around his throat.
The tussle drifted over towards a chain link fence, and that's when Robert became the wrestler.
We started wrestling down. You see where we broke the fence down. And we wrestled around there, and he went in the pool right about here.
Have you ever seen a one-trick pony hitting the field so happy and free? Have you ever seen a one-trick pony? Then you've seen me. You've seen me. I come and stand at every door. Have you seen me? When the burglar tried to get out of the 55-degree water, Robert wasn't having any of it. And that's where the burglar stayed for half an hour until the police arrived.
So why the water?
Well, that's where he fell, so I think he stays in there.
Robert later went on to fight the Ayatollah. Of course, filling out the brackets is mostly for the enjoyment of lay people who know nothing about basketball. Do it! But for the purists, the tournament is the ultimate showcase of the nation's best young talent. Which isn't to say that young people aren't doing amazing things outside of basketball.
You know, alcohol or not, it's not okay to let a 10-year-old drive a car.
A grandfather in Madison County, Ohio, decided to have a few beers. Then he decided to let his granddaughter drive home. Whoops.
Just like you felt like an earthquake. That's what it felt like, really. I asked my husband what happened, and he said somebody hit us. And then I went to the door and opened it up, and there was this man behind the wheel, and the engine was still revving.
The grandfather originally said that his granddaughter was in the back, that he was in the front seat, and an unknown female was driving. But then police spoke to the granddaughter.
Our deputies talked to her, and she says that she was, in fact, steering the car. Grandpa was working the pedals.
In a written statement, the 10-year-old girl wrote,
I got in the driver's seat and was steering the car. When we was going around the corner, I lost the steering and ran into the trailer.
Fortunately, everyone was okay after the accident, but according to the just recently released list of the 50 best grandpas in America, Grandpa Tony has slipped all the way down to 37. He's like the Pac-Man Jones of grandpas. All that talent. Finally, we end with the most important reason people tune into these games, the fierce competition. Because when it's one and done, any team can win on any given day. The competition is so fierce, it's only eclipsed, perhaps, by competitive grocery bagging. And there's one girl up north who's turning into a real star.
I just try to make everything fast.
Hey, good strategy. Meet Amber Jarrow, the best gosh darn grocery bagger in the whole dang diddly state of Vermont. She's so good, in fact, that some journalists are simply left waxing poetic.
There she is at the end of the lane, like a thoroughbred behind the gate at the Preakness, raring to go in a race with herself.
I know how to bag, I know that I can be fast, and hopefully that's enough, but I think definitely just keep practicing is my key to winning it.
Just look at that speed. Just look at that agility. But oh, wait! Here comes Robert the wrestler. If you've seen me, I come and stand at every door. Unfortunately, Amber didn't win the NGA Best Bagger Championship in Las Vegas. That title was taken by Francisco Palacios of Fry's Food and Drug Store in Arizona. But she was good enough to impress WCAX affiliate reporter Jack Thurston, who challenged her to a bag-off.
Okay, done.
49-17.
So you beat me by 10 seconds. And she really had me in the weight distribution category.
Congratulations. Well, that's all for this March Madness edition of News of the Absurd. I'm Jarrett Bellini, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. Come on, AU, do it!
Dolly Parton is right here at CNN.com. Come on. Notice that the CNN.com newsroom is doing no work at the moment.
Well, I've always just been myself. I never wanted to be different as a human being. But I just always,
No one's getting any work done, and it's because Dolly's here.
What if your car didn't come from a factory, but out in the world where you actually drive? Find out for yourself at lexus.com/allnewrx.